Tensions in the Middle East have reached a boiling point once again. In May 2025, a new chapter in the long-standing conflict between Israel and Hamas has erupted. As airstrikes thunder over Gaza and rocket fire returns to Israeli skies, the world watches with concern. What triggered this latest escalation? How do these two forces compare in strength? And what are the wider implications for the region and the world? Welcome to Nation versus Nation, where we break down global conflicts, military power, and geopolitical rivalries. The latest conflict was sparked after months of rising tensions in Jerusalem and the West Bank. A targeted Hamas rocket attack led to Israeli retaliation, which quickly turned into a full-scale military operation in Gaza. This marks one of the most intense flare-ups since the 2021 conflict. Only now, the stakes appear higher than ever. When it comes to military power, the disparity is clear. Israel possesses one of the most advanced militaries in the world, with cutting-edge air defense systems like the Iron Dome, high-tech drones, precision-guided missiles, and one of the most capable air forces globally. Israel maintains both offensive and defensive superiority. Hamas, on the other hand, operates primarily as an insurgent militia. Though less advanced, its tactics include guerrilla warfare, tunnel networks, and homemade rockets, many of which are smuggled in or locally manufactured. Despite the technological gap, Hamas has adapted its strategy to focus on resilience and asymmetric warfare. But this is not just a military conflict. It's a battle over land, history, and survival on both sides. Gaza's civilian population faces enormous hardship. Electricity and water are scarce, hospitals are overwhelmed, and aid agencies are warning of a catastrophic humanitarian collapse. Children are among the worst affected. In Israel, civilians also face rocket sirens and sheltering as cities come under attack. Fear and uncertainty grip communities on both sides of the border. The international community is deeply divided. The United Nations has called for an immediate ceasefire. The U.S. supports Israel's right to defend itself, but urges restraint. Meanwhile, protests erupt in European cities and across the Muslim world, calling for an end to Israeli airstrikes and for the protection of Palestinian civilians. Arab nations like Egypt and Qatar are mediating behind the scenes. Iran, a known backer of Hamas, has voiced strong support for Palestinian resistance, adding another layer of geopolitical complexity. What's next? Is this just another deadly cycle in a decades-long war, or are we witnessing the early signs of something far bigger? Analysts warn that prolonged violence could destabilize the entire region. The possibility of a broader war involving Lebanon's Hezbollah or Iran cannot be ruled out. At the same time, the collapse of diplomacy and rising extremism threaten to undo years of fragile progress. Israel versus Hamas is more than a battle of weapons. It's a clash of narratives, histories, and futures. As the world searches for peace, the human cost continues to rise. The question remains, can diplomacy prevail? Or will violence continue to define the fate of millions? Stay tuned to Nation versus Nation for more in-depth comparisons, global conflict breakdowns, and real-world geopolitics. If you found this analysis informative, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know, what's your take on the Israel-Hamas conflict?